secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down. See me winning. You ain't like me then.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Today we're going to be looking at a Pro Toon build at the point guard position. I will be dropping every single day reviewing these new Pro Toon builds. Today will be the point guard position. And the one that we're going to be looking at today is going to be the Lofty Bucket. I'm not going to lie, Season 8, these Pro Toon builds have been getting better and better each season, as you know, they kind of, when I say they, I'm talking about the dev team that makes these Pro Toon builds. They are understanding where people want to put cap breakers at and that type of sort. So again, it makes a lot of sense that they are going to start making builds that take that into account. And of course, Lofty Bucket is actually a really good name. At 6'7" also is pretty dope because it's going to be outside of the meta. But as you see here, from the finishing, 78 close shot, 75 driving layup, you get an 87 driving dunk, 45 standing dunk, which will give you the basic one-hand, two-hand dunk packages. Then you come here and look at your mid-range shot. You have a 93, but look, you are able to get to 98 on that mid-range. So if you look at this, you come over here, we can go through all these. You'll be able to get Hall of Fame Deadeye. You also will be able to get on that mid-range where you at set shot specialist. You also will be able to get Legend set shot specialist. And then on Shifty Shooter, you will be able to get Hall of Fame Shifty Shooter. So you're basically getting all Hall of Fame badges, and then you're getting Legend set shot specialist by using those 5 cap breakers, because again, that's obviously what you want to do, 5 cap breakers here, okay? Now, when it comes to the pass accuracy, you get an 82 on that pass accuracy, which will give you that dimer on gold. You also get an 86 ball handle. Now, you are 6'7", okay? And then the most you can get is just a 91 ball handle. So you have to ask yourself, how high do you want to go? Do you want to get handles for days on gold, right? Because that is the option that you can get here. If you want to use 4 cap breakers here, then you also have a good opportunity here, because you can get up to an 87. So that 87 will be able to give you the silver on-ball menace, and you will be able to get silver pick dodger. So again, that's something to keep in mind. You can use 5 cap breakers here also. And then of course, when it comes to your steals, you're not able to get anything there because it needed to be a 74, but this is only a 73. Again, I just always like to make sure that, you know, there's no attributes being wasted here. At 6'7" with an 80 speed and an 80 agility, that's perfectly fine. I don't have any issue with that because you are a taller build, so it makes sense to compensate the speed to go elsewhere. But at the end of the day, you have another option here by getting an 89 or 90 driving dunk. You can use 3 cap breakers here, then use 3 cap breakers on your vert, get that 78 vert, and then get that 90 driving dunk. And then of course, you will be able to have the 1 foot and 2 foot pro contact dunk animations. So that is also another avenue that you can go with. But I definitely highly recommend using at least getting to a 98 on your mid-range here to be able to get those Hall of Fame and Legend shooting badges. You have an 89 3-ball also, which will give you the limitless range on silver. And then you can also ask yourself, where will be the candidate for the Max Plus 1 for your Tier 1 badges? You can get your limitless range on gold if you wanted to, or you can get your posterizer on gold, which I highly recommend, because if you have 1 foot and 2 foot pro contact dunk animations, you can go ahead and use your Max Plus 1 to get the gold posterizer, and I see a lot of benefit in that, okay? So again, that's up to you, but I highly recommend upgrading your mid-range and your driving dunk to be able to get that and use your Max Plus 1 there. Another option, of course, would be to use your 5 cap breakers here and don't worry about your driving dunk convert, and then you'll be able to get on-ball minutes, challenger, and pick dodger all on silver, and then you can use one of your Max Plus 1s to get the gold on-ball minutes or the gold pick dodger. Again, there's so many different options, and the choices really come down to you and what your preference is, but that is what I would recommend. Now, when it comes to the takeovers, there is a lot of opportunity here to go crazy. Again, as you can see right here, you get the blur ability. Now, I tell people all the time, blur is by far one of the best To me, as far as a point guard, it's going to be the best ability to have out, unless you want to use something like Deep Bomber, which again we have right here. So let's just go through it real quick. This one right here is going to give you the 94 ball handle with the 88 speed with ball, and you have the blur ability. To me, I think that is absolutely golden. To be able to have this height, to shoot what you can shoot, and to have a driving dunk, it makes sense. But then you come over here also, you have mixtape. Mixtape focuses more on getting that mid-range up, your ball handle speed with ball, but guess what? You already have a high mid-range anyway. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing the mixtape. So I would definitely say from the blur standpoint, we will go with this ability here, Dribble Wizard. Then of course, Sniper, which will give you the 99 3 ball with the Deep Bomber. This is definitely gonna be right up there as far as probably the best one to get if you are somebody that is playing a lot of random rec and that type of deal. Having a Sniper is just gonna be absolutely insane. What makes Dribble Wizard good is that yes, you are able to get to the basket at will, but if you're playing random rec and you have these guys and gals that are just consistently clogging the paint, well, guess what? It doesn't really make sense to try to go to the paint at will because there's always going to be people and defenders down there, okay? Now, when you're talking about just strictly on just wanting to finish at the basket, this will always be the best one in my opinion. Your driving dunk will go up to a 95, your ball handle's a 94, and you have the posterizing machine. Remember, I did say use your Max Plus 1 to get your posterizer on gold. So with that gold posterizer with driver, it's going to be really, really fun and lethal. And then I want to go ahead and talk about the offensive artist, because you see the offensive artist, it'll give you the 99 mid-range with the 96 3 ball along with the pass accuracy. Again, I really like this one. And it will obviously give you the silky shooter ability, which will basically allow you to hit the moving shots, and you will also be able to get ankle breakers. Again, it's all about preference. There's no right or wrong answer here, but those are the ones that I really like. Now, keep in mind, you have to make sure you back all the way out when you go to edit stuff. And now when you press X, you will then see, again, which is dope to see the Cade Cunningham there, but then you will also see the name Lofty Bucket. And again, these are all rare names. I started my whole channel based off of having extremely rare builds, and that's why a lot of my builds will be come from the Pro Toon side, because again, you know, I just don't like I don't like having names and builds that other people have. I like to have rare names, so Lofty Bucket is one of them, okay? And I want to finish off, once again, if you haven't been watching these videos, the beautiful thing outside of having the rare name is that you will also have animations pre-equipped. You can be a 60 overall, and everything you see right here, you will already have. So again, it also allows you to pace yourself. You do not have to try to be a 99 overall to be able to, you know, waste VC and stuff. This season 8, maybe you only have enough VC to be a 70 something overall. That's perfectly fine. You will still have all these animations, including Paul George jump shot, off rip, and you do not have to hit any of the requirements. So that is always going to be a plus. But yes, there you have it, my nephews and nieces. This is the Pro Toon Lofty Bucket build. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the build. What would you change differently? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.